Welcome to Market Tea Tuesday,
where the tea is always hot.
Have you ever just had a week where it already felt like a whole week, but we are only 2 days in?
Golly, you're not
So
lying.
that has been
been a
this
week.
week. That has been this week. We've had a lot of updates and a lot of different things. The big beautiful bill came out, which gave a lot of things for home buyers that are tax benefits. So definitely text with your CPA, see how that works. I think that that's really important to note, that there are some changes in there that could benefit as well.
Yeah, I think one of the main things, especially for homeowners, is the whole thing around capital gains, right? I think we're going to see a change in that. So it's going to be interesting to see how people benefit from it once it's all in place.
Yeah, no, that's really exciting. And I know everybody's still anticipatory on Ron DeSantis coming out and saying no property taxes, which I would love to see, but I just don't think that we're going to see that for quite some time. We did see rates tick up a bit this week because I think there was just a little bit of confusion in the CPI numbers and that inflation kind of popped up. But again, we talk about this. Do we ever really get accurate numbers either?
Right. I think a good thing is that we're still seeing inventory of existing homes increasing, right? So we're really at 30% year over year. So that's a good thing, especially if you're a buyer in this market, because it does give you a little bit more of an advantage when it comes to negotiating. So keep that in mind. I know I've been hearing it. I know you and I've had this conversation where a lot of clients are like pre-approved, they're good to go, and we're gonna wait till next year.
Yeah.
No, just refinance next year. If the rate is what's stopping you, you can always refinance.
Well, and the funny thing is, we saw inflation go up, and we've been talking about tariffs, and we know that we thought cars would be most affected by tariffs, but car prices actually declined for new cars, right? Like down month over month, down 0.7%. So I know that's not huge, but especially when we were talking about tariffs, what was that real decrease, right? So maybe tariffs aren't making as big of an impact as we thought that they would, which is really important.
Yeah, I think it was just a panic, right? Because no one knows what it's really going to look like until we start seeing things getting put into place. So it's always a waiting game when it comes to things, dealing with our economy and our market and our rates and all the things. So always take a step back before you panic, I guess, is the lesson.
And I still think, in September, because right now, guess what? Congress is on break, and so we ain't hearing nothing. So there's nothing really major going to change. I think a big thing is that in September, it's gauged about 59% chance of a 25 bip cut. But again, what does that mean, right? Like, that doesn't mean rates are going to come down. What might they do?
Yeah, they might go up. Yeah. And I think we have to repeat ourselves as often as possible when it comes to that, because we still get clients and even agents and just real estate professionals where they think, oh, the Fed's cut 0.25%. That means rates dropped 0.25%. And it's not the case.
That could mean rates go up 0.5 point, to be honest with you. Like, it just depends on how the market reacts and what they wanted to see in that. So I think that's really important to note as well. I think the thing is like, I know that we come on here and talk about the market, and of course that has rates, but let's stop talking about the rates and let's talk about feasibility and affordability and what it looks like for them. I think that's the most important part.
Yes, absolutely. And I know we have access to great programs to kind of help with that. Just to get, people into their homes with different programs, different assistance. One of my favorites, I actually have 2 clients right now doing it. It's the 1% down conventional. You get up to a $7,000 grant. So that is free money, people. Go after it. If you can be, if you're eligible for it, definitely look into getting it and reach out to us. We're more than happy to have those conversations with you.
Yeah, and if you're looking for us to maybe do a class or put something together for your offices, please let us know. We would love to come out and do that for you. Yes. Let's just change the narrative for our buyers, because the next housing bubble crash is not coming. So let's stop letting that narrative play out, because didn't happen. You know, it didn't happen because of rates. It didn't happen because of that. It happened because of bad loans that were ballooning and people had stated income. You know, you could make $15 an hour and buy $1 million house, right? So it just happened because of different thing, balloon mortgage. It wasn't anything like that. So I think that's important to note. So let's stop focusing on that bad negativity and let's start refocusing clients on feasibility, because you got to live someplace, right?
Yeah.
So
And I think right now, as you know, if you're a buyer, it's the time for you to get moving on that.
exactly. We've been waiting for this buyer's market. So, you know, we're going to keep you informed. I don't think we'll have a lot of news over the next month or so, but we'll definitely keep you updated on what we do learn and what's out there. We also have an amazing trip coming up to United Wholesale Mortgage. If any realtors would like to go, reach out to us, message us. We would love to have you. It's an amazing immersive class, and then we would love to have you there. So,
Yes,
the whole
definitely
thing.
reach out. We'll get you hooked up for that.
All right, guys, we will be back
All right.
next Tuesday.
All right. Bye. See you next
Bye.
week.